Welcome to the newest growing latest channel on YouTube. I appreciate you stopping by. To my subscribers, welcome back. To the new ones, think about hitting that subscribe button and that bell notification. Today we're going to be looking at UFO videos that's been freaking people out this year. So grab your popcorn and let's get going for this ride.
What is that?
Look like some fireworks or something.
Aliens? I don't know.
What the heck
What
is
that? You see it, right?
I'm actually, yes,
Okay.
I do see it.
Okay.
It's getting weirder by the second.
I know.
It's like they're sticking around.
We're gonna do some digging and figure out what that is. Back in a moment.
Of course, we have the Pentagon pushing against us, calling some of our witnesses, telling them, don't go testify for this committee. If we have to, we'll use the power of subpoena. We'll bring them in there and make them tell the truth, because this thing has been covered up. The Pentagon needs to come forth with the truth and move on to another issue. But until then, I think we need to find out what's going on. If they are beings from light years away or wherever, the dark side of the moon, I don't know. Their technology is so superior to anything we've ever seen.
But it's interesting, some of the lawmakers will say, oh, and we need to know too if it's possibly, craft developed by one of our adversaries. But if you watch some of these videos, it seems unlikely, don't you think?
Putin's ego, he would have landed one of those UFOs on the White House lawn, got out bare-chested, wrestled the president, got back in his UFO and head back to Mother Russia. Our military, all these pilots risking their lives, their careers, their retirement, their reputations for something like this. They're telling the truth. Something is going on. Let's get to the bottom of it and let's move on.
Do you have classified briefings? And I know you can't tell us what happened in those briefings, but I mean, is there just like a ton of information that we don't know, that you know?
There's quite a bit. I've been in meetings and the CIA or whoever, the alphabet agencies, and they're getting nervous. And the pilots start talking and telling us things, and they tried to sandbag us down in Florida. There's just an arrogance about this bunch that I don't trust. Washington is a trash can.
It looks like something, there's some kind of object that's suspended in the air. It's hard to tell. It's pretty small. I cannot see it outside of my eyes. In the targeting pod, you can see something. I can't tell if it's metallic or what, and there's, I can see like lines coming down below, but I can't see anything below it. Pretty small, I don't know, size of like a four-wheeler or something. One looking outside is kind of like a blackish, I'm going to call it like a container. I can't really tell though what the shape is. It's just so slow and so small and you can't see it until you're so close. I'd honestly be worried about hitting it before you know it was there. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it.
So a man sailing, right, on a parachute. This is called parasailing. Man captures what looks like the Black Knight satellite, which is a UFO that's known to keep an eye over Earth and observe Earth. And it just happens to be in California in this video. You can see him turning his head, but let's see if he can get a good shot of it. Absolutely incredible study footage. Share it and like it.
What is that, Dewan?
It's a sighting.
UFO sighting 2023.
Mom. What? Mom. Oh my gosh. Look at that, you girl. What is that? Whoa.
It's a shooting star. Meteorite.
Meteorite? Look, Kylie.
Oh my god. Really
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna put this camcorder down.
Hey, it's Matt driving a boat home after a rough day out in the ocean.
They're being surrounded by friggin' UFOs, or the Coast Guard. Following us in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there. They've been coming on, they were 7 lights.
The blind, self-proclaimed psychic Baba Vanga may have died almost 30 years ago, but she had plenty of predictions about 2023. And in a word, they're terrifying. 2023 predictions was that aliens will invade Earth, according to the Daily Record. Most Americans, about 65%, according to a 2021 Pew Research Center survey, believe intelligent extraterrestrial life exists, so why not? Not only will aliens invade, Vanga reportedly said, but they'll cause a shift in the Earth's orbit around the sun.
This morning, U.S. intelligence agencies confirm hundreds of additional UAP sightings have been reported. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, otherwise known as UFOs. The annual report on unidentified aerial phenomena now reveals 366 new close encounters since an agency was formed in 2021 to track them. That's more than double the number reported in the previous 17 years combined.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at the fly.
Officials say they can explain less than half those encounters, usually a mix of drones, balloons, or birds. The rest remain a mystery. Like this Navy pilot's video from 2004, showing a group of unknown aviators seemingly defying the laws of physics.
There's a whole fleet of them. Oh my gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Or this inexplicable run-in off the coast of California in 2015.
Whoa, let's get close.
Pentagon officials say it's not time to call the men in black just yet.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
But they say it's crucial to track, investigate, and disclose reported incidents to help protect national security and safety for all Earthling flyers.
I think one of the key points in this report, given the potential hazard that UAPs do present, notably there's been no reported collisions.
One reason for the spike in UFO sightings, officials say they've been working to destigmatize the topic in the name of safety, and more government agencies are working together to share information. Andrew, Christy?
All right, the truth is out.
So history has recorded the first big UFO sighting in the United States is 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, very famously, right outside Roswell. But actually, there was, in some sense, a bigger and more significant event sighting 2 years before, also in New Mexico, at exactly the moment the U.S. government was detonating the first atomic weapon, shortly thereafter used in Japan. And witnesses on the ground saw some kind of object shaped like an avocado, they said, crash land. It was inspected by a lot of locals. There were beings inside, they said, and it was carted away by the U.S. government. Now, people don't want to be called crazy, so no one said too much about it for quite some years, but people within the U.S. government believe it's true, and they believe it so strongly that now, as of this week, the Defense Department's annual spending bill will require, as per Congress, the Pentagon to go back and investigate what really happened. Nick Pope is a former UK Ministry of Defense official who's followed this subject very closely. He joins us to assess. Nick, thanks so much for coming on. So this is a story that most, I think, Americans are not even aware of, but clearly people within the U.S. government believe it's real, or they wouldn't have attached this to a spending bill, correct?
Correct. Yes, this is being called the Roswell before Roswell. And you're right, people with some knowledge of these intelligence programs who've been briefing Congress about this made sure that this was put into the legislation. And it's one of many UFO provisions in the new defense bill. The DOD must provide Congress with a list of everything they've found out about this specific incident, but all other incidents and programs from January 1st, 1945 onwards, and anyone involved in these programs or with information about it will be released from their secrecy oaths and non-disclosure agreements, and they'll be able to testify to Congress about this.
So here we have the nuclear connection again. This was around the first detonation in human history of a nuclear device. Subsequent to that, you've had UFO sightings at nuclear missile bases, around nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered submarines. There's clearly some I mean, I don't pretend to understand, but nuclear has some connection to these sightings, no?
That seems to be the case. And again, Congress is demanding answers on this. We had the latest report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence last week that highlighted the fact that there were several hundred more sightings being investigated, military sightings, than we'd heard of before. Talked about unusual flight characteristics and performance parameters of this. And yeah, we must get to the bottom of this UFO and nuclear connection.
Yeah. I mean, I would think, and it feels like we're getting closer. I hope. Nick Pope, thank you for your work.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. I'll be back with more.